Okay, welcome to 2x Leads. Today's topic is gonna be the second week of we're gonna be studying the triggers. And today the trigger that we're gonna be focusing about is gonna be the appointment triggers and the opportunity or the pipeline triggers. So, and by learning that, what we are trying to do is we're gonna try to create some kick-ass automations for our systems and automating that the sale opportunities or anything like that. If customer books an appointment, what do we do and how do we tackle that? And today's homework is gonna be the triggers that we're gonna learn today. I'm gonna ask you to use one of that trigger in one of your workflows and show us how it is working. Take that snapshot and put it on the sale process wins homework Facebook group. And welcome everybody. I believe we have. Oh yeah, you're here, Zubair and John and June and Jaya. Yay, that's good. That's good. I like that. So I'm gonna wait 3 more minutes so everybody could join, and then I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna start today's topic of triggers. Okay, just give me a moment. Let me see. There we are. Okay, start sharing my screen at least. Should be closed. There we go. This one has start putting summary. Yeah, fine. So that is okay. So we have this in here. Let's chat. Hmm. So triggers that track sales and appointment like a pro. This is today's topic. 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna start. How we gonna use that? Last week we did study about the triggers that were about the events, the inbound webhook, call, sales status, and all that. If you have any question before I start today's topic, we're gonna do that. June, the membership topic is gonna be tomorrow. That would be in the 2x conversions. But if you have any question, please unmute yourself and ask your question. I'll try to help you out with that. No worries there. Okay.
Oh, hi. Sorry. I thought the membership question was last Tuesday.
Uh,
Yeah.
Actually, that is interesting part. I'm in US and I'm on the Monday and tomorrow is gonna be Tuesday, but the main clients that I support have already the Tuesday and tomorrow is Wednesday for them. So when I say Tuesday, if you are from US, that means it's
Nope.
Monday. And if I say
Okay.
Wednesday, that means it's Tuesday. So there's the little difference.
It's okay. I'll keep my membership question for tomorrow then.
No worries. What is your question about the memberships? So,
Okay. Oh, okay. Because I was like doing the membership thing, I do not know how to add lessons. So yeah,
so
I
in the
was I
lesson,
was
okay.
stuck.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Let's get there. Okay, come on, load my products. So we did create one product last week, and it was demo test. So to create any lesson within a categories, what you can do is where is that? Click on this one and add lesson.
It can only done at the introduction. Can I do it at the fundamentals and
And
because when
anywhere,
I look at the dashboard, right, it's like only for
you can click on any category plus icon and it will
okay.
add that
Okay.
lesson
All
in
right.
that particular category.
Okay,
Okay,
many thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
thank you. Okay, let's start. I think we are here. Hey John, welcome, welcome to 2x Leads. And let me start. Okay, this is the workflow. Okay, so today's category of the triggers is these two, the appointment one and the opportunities or the pipeline. So whenever we talk about pipeline or opportunities, they are interchangeable words. That means the pipeline and stages, opportunities, stages, pipeline, they are they all mean the same thing. And appointments mean somebody is booking some sort of appointment with us using the calendar widget within the sale process. And how can we automate it? Maybe sending out the confirmation or the reminders, or to gather some of the information before the appointment could happen. Now, let's start with the what is the difference between appointment status and customer booked an appointment. So most people get confused in here because essentially when we look at the appointment status and customer booked an appointment, they in one particular scenario they both work the same, but rest of the scenario the appointment status is much more powerful trigger than the customer booked an appointment. So let me first show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to our calendars right here. And let's grab one calendar for our testing. Let's see, do I have any demo calendar? Oh, demo 30-day review call, demo text. Let's use this one. Yeah, let's use this one. Okay, share calendar. Yep, give me that. Okay. And let's go back to the automations. Okay, so this is one of the calendars. Now, if a customer is visiting your calendar widget like this, it's a date and time. Let's assume he selected 19th, selected 5 p.m., typed his information in here. Email address, something in here, confirms that, and he clicks on schedule meeting. Oh, let's schedule it actually. Now, this meeting that is scheduled for 5 p.m. On June 19, in our automations, what should essentially happen is we should confirm him. First thing is in the automation, assuming that we haven't set up the calendar in such a way to send the appointment confirmation through that, we are trying to send the appointment confirmation through here. So for that, we would use the customer booked an appointment. And in here, we need to tell him on which calendar this appointment is booked. Demo, I believe this is this one. If a customer has booked an appointment on this particular calendar that we just used, this trigger will work correctly. Now, here is the interesting part. In here, in the filters of this trigger, you have only option to tell it which calendar it is. It's not asking for you what is the status of the booking. That means if the customer hasn't confirmed the booking or your calendar setting hasn't confirmed already, rather it is pending to be confirmed from your side, this trigger will not work. So when I said the booking status is much more powerful than the customer booked an appointment, this is one of that particular reason, because in customer booked an appointment, only you can tell it which calendar it is, and if that the person who has booked has any tag or user, any particular user in that calendar, you can do that, but there is nothing else. If that is unconfirmed booking or maybe invalid booking or cancelled, how do we tackle all of those scenarios? This trigger will not work. This trigger only works if a new person just visited your calendar, selected a time, and then fill out the details and scheduled it. Now, There are other ways to book an appointment as well. And but for this particular scenario, we can just assume that he booked the meeting like this. It will work. Then we can send him the action of thank you email with certain details. Like let's say, let's send him an email in here. Okay, let's select. Let's type some subject. The custom values that we're gonna use in the appointment email is gonna be under the appointment, when that meeting is starting, date and time, when it is ending, date and time, what is day of the week, month, name, cancellation link, rescheduling link. All those will be populated automatically. So you can use all these custom values. They are in the appointment. So these would come in handy when you're sending out the confirmation to a booked meeting. Okay. Now this one, very easy. So I'm not gonna go in too much detail in here. More than this, that is enough. Let's go to the actual trigger. That is gonna be the big one, and that is gonna be appointment status. Now, in here, when we say appointment status, if the customer has booked the meeting through the calendar, this trigger will still work. You have to tell it which status it is, in which calendar it is. Let's select demo to X conversions, and we can also tell it what is the status of the booking. Is it new? Is it just confirmed, canceled, showed, no showed? If you want to start automation on the basis of any of these statuses about the appointment, you can use this particular trigger, appointment status, and use these ones. So if he is booking the very new meeting, then you can use the new one. If it is you are approving the meeting, the confirmation is pending on your end, you can use this one. Canceled meeting, showed up for the meeting, no show, or invalid. You can use all these filters in here. Also, we can tell it who created that meeting. Now, for example, you are using an external software to send in the data into the sale process. And that data is most probably going to be coming through the API. And we want to start our automations because the appointment is being booked outside the sale process using the
Using the
calendar
calendar
in the sale
in the
process.
same process.
Uh,
Uh,
Okay, so what happened is you can use this one. How was this meeting was created or modified by? Was it modified by a customer? Was it modified by a user? That means you yourself. Or did it get modified through another workflow? All these can be tackled in appointment status workflow. Now, let's look at another filter, and that is which user is doing. In the calendar that we are using, it is only mapped to the David Brown, that's me. But if you have multiple users, what should happen if the appointment is booked within one side and it's not booked in the other? June, you need to explain your question. What? How about Biz website? What does that mean, please?
Oh, sorry. Because just now you mentioned about outside of the sales process when appointment is being made, right? What happens if the appointment is booked by the users in the business website? Is there any way to integrate the thing into sales process?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do that. You can send in the data through. Remember the previous week we talked about the inbound webhook. This one. This is where that data can come in, and it can create an appointment.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I
Or
we
there
did
is
not
another,
attend.
and then there is another thing in here. Let me show you. When we look at the calendars in here, you can put this calendar widget on your. search demo 2x conversion. Now, if we look at here, leave this one. Here you go. You can use
Oh,
this code and put it on your external website, and it will still be using this calendar from the sale process on your external website. Okay.
awesome. Thanks.
So you can use this code to add to your other uh, external website. Okay, now let's get back to
Sorry.
the. Oh, no worries. The questions are even better. That tells me you're actually getting what I'm talking about. So here, here is another scenario. So sometimes we create calendars which has a recurring type appointment. Let me go to the demo 2x1. And in here, if I go to the availability, I can turn on recurring meeting. That means the meeting is gonna be happening maybe daily or weekly or monthly. I want it to happen weekly, and the meeting needs to be repeated like 5 times. So once the customer books an appointment, that appointment will be repeated for next 4 weeks as well. So one and then 4 more appointments. So now, if that is the scenario, how do we automate in here? So rather than saying it event type normal, we need to tell it that it is a recurring type meeting. And now we have to send out some of the some of the reminders and other things in a different way because it's a recurring meeting. That means it will be there will be every week there will be a new appointment that is booked only once. So how do we tackle that? We need to tell it that it's a event type is recurring. Okay, give me 1 second. Ryan has something. Sorry, I'm late. I have a question about setting up DNS with MX Ticket for email. Go ahead, Ryan. Please unmute yourself and ask your question, please, sir.
Oh yeah, I think I am off mute, right? I am.
Yes, you are.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I wanted to show what I have. It's so confusing. I have so many different DNS settings for in general, and then
Share your
specifically.
screen, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Let me pull that up. I share screen here. Okay.
There you go. Share it now.
Share it now. Okay, I need to pull it up from my, okay, I've got two sides. Of course, I've got the sales process side. Here on the sales process side, I need to go to settings.
In
Where
the
are we
bottom.
now? At the
Right
very
here.
bottom, yes. Yep, okay. And then I need to go to domains, right? Is that
No,
correct?
you need to
Yeah.
go to scroll up and go to email services.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Maybe that's where I'm already up.
Right. Okay. Right here.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Close this
You can close this. Yeah.
and click on dedicated domain and IP.
Okay. Because I can show you what I have on my hosting provider. So, okay. So
Who
I
is
need
your
to,
hosting provider?
it's, I can show you this. I'm running a domain in the UK. Let me see. IP. Oh, here the config. Here it is. Okay, the UK server one. Let me log into that. Okay, go away. Thank you. I'm running, even though I'm in the US, I'm doing this for a Belgian project. Okay, going into here to the DNS advanced. Where did it go here? Am I doing it incorrectly?
A DNS record is right in front of you, right here.
Okay, you're quicker than I am on this. Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's for this one, 123 gratiszonnepanelen.be. These are the current records
Okay.
in there.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me see what is happening. So you have a CNAME record that is added here.
Yeah, I already connected the website to sales process to the funnel page.
Just give me a
Both.
few seconds. Let me go through
Yeah.
each and every one. Have this one, then that. I see. So you don't need, actually, you don't need this record, but let's leave it for now. Okay. So what you need to do is go back to the sale process tab
Yes, here.
and click on add domain
Add domain.
and type in here reply.yourdomain.
So
we are creating a subdomain to your root domain. So it would be reply or replies dot and then your domain 123 something something.
Okay. Where do you get the replies from?
And then dot and now type your domain.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
Dutch language for 123 free solar panels.be. Yeah.
Okay, click on add and verify.
Okay. So to which main domain will it be connected then?
It will be connected to this one, 1231.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
click continue.
Continue.
And now it will give us 5 DNS records, but in actual we have to add 6 different DNS records. So now, for example, click on verify records.
Sorry, I just want to take a screenshot of this because I may have to
you
do
won't
another
like
one.
it because this one doesn't have the complete records showing up.
So
click on
okay.
verify
you're
records.
Right. Verify records. Yes, I'm doing
Records.
that.
And now in here, it shows these are the 6 records that you need to add with their types, with the priorities, everything is in here. So if you look at these records, 3 of them are going to be TXT records. 2 of them are the MX record with their priority number mentioned, with their names mentioned, and their values mentioned in here, and 1 CNAME record. So essentially, these 6 records, once you add them there, what you will do is you will scroll down this page to the bottom, and there will be a verified domain button. Assuming that we have added all the records in our domain provider and they are already propagated all over the world, when you click on verified domain, it will redirect you. Scroll a bit up this page.
Yeah.
It will automatically scroll up, please. Click on the back to dedicated domain. It will bring you to this page in here, and there will be 2 things. The SSL, which is saying that it is unknown as of now.
I need to create
it will automatically be created by your domain provider and added to the sale process. There would be 2 status. Either it would be showing up in yellow color saying the SSL is pending, or green color SSL is already issued. So that if it redirects you to this page automatically, that means you have added the records correctly. If it gives you an error, what you need to do is you need to wait for like few minutes, 5-7 minutes, and then when you click on verify domain, and that will add the records. So
do I do the SSL first on
you
this
don't
site?
have to do anything in here because that is automatically done when we are adding the MX record. Those are the records essentially talking to the domain provider about the email server.
Okay, because normally I have to pay the provider for the SSL. Okay.
Either they provide this service with the SSL or they don't at all.
I don't think they have on this
Uh,
one. Yeah.
uh, Everybody has it. Either they let you
Oh, no,
add
they
the
provide
record.
it, but I have to pay for it. So, and I
No,
haven't started. Yeah.
you don't have to do anything. Just add those DNS record, and it should automatically. The sale process will automatically talk to your domain provider to create those
You see?
SSL certificate automatically. You don't
Okay.
need to do it.
Okay. And then I'll find out if I have to pay for it at that moment.
No, it won't be asking you for any payment.
Oh, okay. Great. Okay. Good.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop your screen share, add those
Yeah.
records, and then click on this Verify Now button. You will be
Yeah.
back to the DNS records. Click on the Verify Now button, please,
Yes.
and just manually copy the host name and click the copy button at the end of that record to copy the actual value. Be
Yes.
very careful in copying these values because essentially this encryption key or this one that you see the instruction,
Yeah.
they are very important and sensitive. So
Okay.
do that and
What,
everything.
so do I need to then change the values of the CNAME in the MX? Because they already exist, right? I have MX records in here and I have a CNAME in here.
Create one record. Let me show you how to do that. We won't be changing anything.
Okay. Because it says modify here, they can change
No,
it.
scroll up
Yeah.
and there should
Sure.
be an option to add a new record. That one, the top button. Okay, and the host name, yes. Yeah, this one. And okay, now go to, let's select the TXT record. Okay, now for the host name, you need to go back to the sale process. Copy this value, highlight and copy it. Go back and put it in the name, host name right here on the top. No, not in here. Here. And remove the space. Yep. And now let's go back to the sale process. Let's copy its value. Just click on this copy button and now put it in the value box and add a new record. That's it. There we go. Same process. Do it again for all 6 records. Okay.
Okay. So I forget the ones that are in there.
Yep. You don't touch
Okay.
them. We don't want to disturb any of your existing ecosystem.
Okay. I'll go do that right now. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. You do that. And if you find any trouble, just send me a message in there and we'll continue again.
So thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sometime we have to take some questions. So there we go. Okay. Now we were talking about the appointment status with the event type as recurring, because if there is a recurring type meetings, how do we tackle that? How do we send out the confirmation and reminders? And for that particular scenario, we would be using the appointment status with event type recurring. If you select any type of meeting, that includes the recurring, one-time meeting, both the normal meetings or the recurring type meetings, you can specify that, and then you have to tell it what is the status of the appointment. Is it a new appointment or confirmed appointment or canceled appointment by you or by customer? In both scenarios, this trigger will start to function. If the appointment showed up for his meeting, or if he didn't show up, or if that meeting is invalid, you can use any one of these filters in here. So here you see this particular trigger has much more freedom than just the customer booked an appointment. I really like this particular trigger. Let's go to the next filter. Was the appointment created by an API? That means an outside software, outside the sale process. Or was it created by the customer or user? That means you. Or the appointment was created through a workflow. So in all four scenarios, you can tell it who created it or modified it. You can tell it using this. So if you are booking your, uh, if you have some sort of external form that they fill out, and that is sent through the API to the sale process. Now you have the trigger. You can tell it, okay, it's any type meeting created by an API, and that will start the automation. That means it will send out the confirmation and reminder that you essentially create in here. Another filter in here is you can now specify in which calendar the booking is happening or appointment is getting booked, or in which calendar group it is being booked in. And with the custom fields, obviously, you can add those trigger filters in here to this trigger to specify that. Now, before I move to the next trigger, do you guys have any question about this particular trigger? Zubair, do you have any question? Oh, okay. Okay, let's go to the next trigger, and that is gonna be, so the appointment ones are done. Let's go to the opportunities. So when we talk about the opportunities, essentially I'm talking about these opportunities in here, or the pipelines that you see. The opportunities are pipelines. What should happen if there is a new appointment, a new lead that came in, a new person is added to a pipeline? Maybe the car is moved from one stage to another stage. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Or maybe the appointment status has been changed from open to lost or won or abandoned. Or another thing is what when we talk about stale opportunities, an opportunity that is in here, like let's say this guy that we are looking, let's put him to another stage. That is this one, follow-up nurture. This person is in the follow-up nurture. Now, how many days should I actually send him emails and SMS and reminders till I call quits on this guy that he's not going to purchase my product? So that would be the stale or not interested opportunity. How do we tackle all of these things through the automation? And that is going to be happening in the opportunities. So if the opportunity status is changed, we need to tell it which, first thing first, in which pipeline it is. So I'm going to call this Christmas, demo Christmas pipeline. And if you want to tell it which stage it is, you can also tell it, I'm going to call it the follow-up nurture. If he stays in there and his status is changed from open to lost or abandoned or won, start the automation. I'm going to put a DND to this guy. Let's say this is the trigger that I'm using, then I'm going to put the action as DND. I don't want this guy to be sent any more communication. So I'm going to enable a DND for this particular guy, and for all channels, I'm enabling it. So if he stayed in this pipeline stage and status is changed to the abandoned, then it will automatically enable the DND feature so that I don't send out any more communication to this person. I don't want to waste money where I see a lost cause. So in that particular scenario, this is your opportunity status change, in which pipeline stage, and then there are other filters as well. Maybe it has a tag. Maybe it has some sort of lead value. Let's see if we set up any lead value. Did we? No, we didn't set up the lead value in here. Let's say we set up the lead value to 500. If the lead value is 500, do this. Or maybe there is a lost reason. You can create lost reasons in the opportunity stages, like In here, where is let's say lost and lost reason. I can create a new lost reason, test demo, test demo 2x. Now, if I click on this one, okay, let's add this. This is another lost reason that I just created, and I just updated it. So now I know this person is lost, and if I want to start that in if he's in this pipeline, this stage, and his lost reason is 2x. Okay, I need to first save it. So, and let's refresh this because I just created that particular reason. So the workflow needs to know which reason it is. So just give it a few seconds. Okay, now let's click it here and let's remove this. And the lost reason is gonna be, there you go, test demo x2x. If that is the reason that is given and you want to start some sort of automation, you can use this filter in here. Another filter that you can use with this opportunity status is if it is changed from certain status to certain. That was changed from, moved from open status to any other status. Just start this automation, or abandoned status to any other status. So you can use this filter as well. Let's go to another one, and if it is moved to the status, that means from out of these four, he is coming to maybe abandoned. Now he is marked as abandoned status, then it will start the automation. Before that, move to and move from, they are very similar, but moved from means that the initial status should be this one, whatever you set up, and move to status means the ending status, that is going to be the one that you select in here. Kind of very similar, but one is from the starting, one is to the end. What is the lost reason? Lead value. We select lead value. We can tell it maybe equals to a certain value, or greater than certain value, or greater than or equal to certain value. So you can select any of one of these. Like, let's say I selected greater than or equal to $200. Now, if he's in the follow-up status and his lead value is greater than 200 or equal to 200, then it will start the automation. That means if you have multiple products which have the dynamic, like let's say different prices, one price is 100, 150. Now, if the lead value in here is set to 200 or more, then this automation will start. Otherwise, this automation will ignore. Okay, let's put it back to this one, and let's remove this value, and let's go back in here. Okay, so this is your opportunity status, directly linked to the pipelines. Let me remove this action and this trigger. Let's go to the next trigger, and that is gonna be opportunity created. Now, opportunity created means a new opportunity is being created within a pipeline, anywhere in the pipeline. That doesn't mean that it has to be in the first stage. It can be created right here, but it should not exist in the system before. That means the David test cannot be used in this particular scenario because that opportunity already exists. So if a new opportunity is being created within any pipeline, you can use this trigger, opportunity created, but you have to then specify one thing, in which pipeline it is being created. I'm gonna call this one the demo Christmas pipeline, my favorite one. And we can tell it where it is created, like we can specify the pipeline stage as well. But if we don't select the pipeline stage, And we can use is the opportunity assigned to a specific person, has a particular type of tag, has a lead value, lost reason, or status if it is open or won, lost, or abandoned. You can use any one of these if a new opportunity is created. Let's use only one filter. If a new opportunity is created in this pipeline, this will start this automation. And now you can nurture him or maybe tell him to like book an appointment or purchase your product or something. Essentially, if a new card of any customer is created within this particular pipeline, because that's what I have specified it in here. If you don't specify it, any opportunity created in any one of these pipeline will trigger this automation. So to my understanding, that's what I recommend to everyone is when you are using opportunity created status, always specify in which pipeline it is. And the second thing you should also do is in which stage. I would call it the very first stage. That's where if any new card is created in my first stage, in my pipeline, that should start the automation. Now I will take care of that customer into my marketing campaigns or something like that. So opportunity created is the new card that is created under the pipelines. Next trigger is opportunity changed. Now, what does that mean? Any change in the opportunity can trigger some sort of automation. Maybe he changed his stage. Maybe he just moved from this stage to probably appointment meeting booked stage. Somewhere. If this kind of thing happens, should it start the automation? Obviously, again, we're going to tell it that it has to be within this pipeline. And then what type of change is happening? Maybe pipeline stage is changed to appointment booked, or maybe lead value is changed, the lost reason is changed, or the status is changed, or it is assigned to a particular person. Now, assigned to can be confusing in here. Let's assume that this is the person. It means that this opportunity needs to be assigned to one particular person. Okay, let's see where we can assign these. Field of history, book update, task, notes, payments. Okay, hide empty fields. Now I want to show. There we go. This is where now the owner of the opportunity needs to be that particular person, which we are specifying in here. If what that means is, I'm not talking about assigning a contact. I'm talking about the opportunity card being assigned to somebody. So it doesn't mean that this particular card is assigned to a person. Ryan, just give it a few minutes to verify this record. MX10 replies, mxbmailgun.org. Yeah, that is the correct record that you are typing. So
Yeah.
give it
Okay.
a few
I've tried
seconds.
it a few times. Okay, I'll keep trying, but it's
no.
yeah.
Just give it a few minutes before you try again.
Okay.
And you can also use this one like dnschecker.org, and you can type your domain in here like replies. For example, your domain is abc.com. You can type it like this and then tell it, I want the MX record to be shown. And in here, it will show MX record A and MX record B. If you see the check marks in green color on the map, that means the record is propagated all over the world. Once you see the check marks in here, then verify it, and it will verify in your sale process. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So the website is dnschecker.org. Okay.
Okay, so I don't put in the replies there, the subdomain, or should I?
Replies would be there. Replies dot your domain.
Yeah, as the DNS. Okay, as
Yeah,
the field. Okay, got you. Thank
yeah.
you.
Okay, and okay, let's get back to the opportunity change status. Now let's go to the next one, and that one is gonna be the opportunity pipeline state change. Now, this one particularly is very, very interesting, and it is one of the most important when you're creating any system. Now, what I usually do is I don't let my staff member to visit my automation make any changes, but I do tell them come to the pipeline, and if you have like a successful meeting or the meeting was done completed, just move this card to the correct stage. Now, if they move this card from the appointment book to appointment completed, it should send some sort of emails to that person. And for that, we will use pipeline state change. We need to tell it in which pipeline it is. It would be in demo Christmas, and then we're gonna tell it if pipeline stage, if it is appointment completed, if the stage is changed to appointment completed, then start the automation. So we would be sending him probably the email, thank you for attending the meeting. Here is the summary of the meeting. Here are some of the notes or the further steps or something. So opportunity pipeline state change means somebody is moving this card manually, or maybe one of your automation is moving this card from one stage to another stage on something is happening, or this appointment was completed, or maybe the person bought some product. So in that particular scenario, the card needs to be moved to the purchase the product. So if that happens, what type of communication should be sent? You can specify that one using this pipeline state change trigger. Okay, let's go to the next trigger. And that one is stale opportunities. Very, very important trigger, in my opinion. This one particularly is important, assuming that this card is in the follow-up stage in here, and we are sending him reminders, we are sending him a few follow-up emails, we are trying to nurture him to purchase our product because he has completed the appointment. And like, we could do everything we have done, we are still communicating with that guy, but ultimately a stage will come when you want to give up on that particular person rather than spending money on this particular person who is a lost cause for you. You want to put it in the stale opportunity stage right here. And how do we calculate? So I would say, let's keep him here for like maybe 60 days. For 2 months, I'm going to try to nurture him. I'm sending him SMS, I'm sending him emails, I'm sending him, I'm calling him, my agents are calling him, and he is still not willing to purchase. Now, after 60 days, I'm going to call it as a lost cause. I don't want to spend money on sending him messages or SMS or anything. I just want to talk to the new people. I don't want to spend the money. So, how do we calculate how long he's been in this stage in here? Now, if he's Ryan, I'm gonna come back to you right at the end, like maybe
Sure.
last 2
Yeah,
minutes.
absolutely. I'm so grateful for doing this. Thank you.
Yeah. So, in this particular scenario, I want to know how long he is in the follow-up nurture stage. Now, for this one, I'm gonna make him the sale opportunity or not interested opportunity after 60 days. That's my criteria. Now, for that one, stale opportunities, now I have to tell him in which pipeline it is. Again, you have to be very specific. Unless you're specific, it's gonna mess up your automation. And in this pipeline stage, need to tell it exactly where he is because he might be part of this pipeline for more than 60 days before he came up in here. So you need to tell him on which stage if he's stuck for 60 days or more than 60 days to make him that stale opportunity. So stage is specified. Then the next thing is duration in days. I'm going to call it 60 days. If a card stays in my this pipeline under this stage for 60 days, I want to take a pipeline, let's say opportunity, probably create an update opportunity. That is the one. I would tell it, okay, in the demo Christmas pipeline, just move it to follow up nurture and opportunity name, yada, yada, yada. I want it to go from the follow up to stale, not interested, and the opportunity status need to be put to the abandoned. Now, what will happen? Look at this two-step. The trigger is if he's in this particular stage for 60 days, this action will put him in the still not interested stage. That is one of the stage that I have in my pipeline. And I'm changing its status from open to abandoned or lost or anyone, essentially, in here. So I can tell it anyone. So it's a lost cause or maybe abandoned cause, or if it is a lost cause, then you can also specify the reason for the lost. We tried to nurture him and we couldn't get it. Now what will happen if the card stays for 60 days in this stage, in this particular stage under this pipeline? After 60 days, this card will automatically be moved in here and it will be marked as the lost with a certain type of reason that we have specified in our workflows right here. You can use any one of these actions to actually do whatever, but essentially the stale opportunity is one very important trigger in my opinion. And let's go to the next one. I believe for this week's topic, we have covered everything. Appointment status, that is one of the most important trigger to tackle all types of reminders, all type of confirmations. Maybe it's a one-time meeting or maybe it's a recurring meeting. This one would come in handy. Now, assuming this one, especially, for example, you have an appointment in here. Let's go to our calendars. And I think we booked for 19. Yeah, this is the appointment that we booked. You might have come up in here. You may have edited the details like canceled, no show, invalid, any one of these status, or maybe you have changed its time zone or time from here. All these things that you are changing in here will be triggered only through the appointment status trigger, not through the customer booked an appointment, because the customer booked an appointment only works if a person is booking through the calendar widget. So appointment status comes in handy in any scenario that you are doing it from here, or if you have set up some sort of automation, move a card from this stage to this stage, that marks it as meeting as completed. And you want to do that, then you can tell it, okay, if the status is changed from this to this, start the automation. that will also be tackled by the appointment status. Now, do you have any question about the triggers that we have discussed? Any one of you guys? Zubair, Jia, John, June. Do you guys have any question about the topic that we covered today? Nope.
I have
Yeah,
a
go ahead,
question.
man.
Um, can we get freelancers, for example, who can do this thing, and how do we get them? I mean, those who are good, who can work on this, for example, because
you are trying to hire a person that should help you with the sale process, correct?
yeah. Let's say
That's
to work
interesting.
on the workflow, for example, somebody who can set it up.
That is one question that I really don't know the answer. I think you can ask our technical team. Maybe they have some people in their team that can help you out.
Because I'm just wondering, because nowadays sometimes people maybe they advertise their expertise in online,
But there are people that are available, and they do work on these kind of software. They are called the virtual assistants. And
okay.
you can talk to our technical team, and maybe they have some people they can provide you. Okay. If here is my email address.
Okay, good.
Team. Okay. I have shared my email address in the in chat. If you have any particular help that you require, send me that scenario. I'll build that for you. No worries. You can call it like the extended class. No worries there. And if you really need that views, then you need to talk to one of the tech support agents through here. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. John, do you have any question for me, sir?
All is good.
Okay.
And now I have to be able to apply it.
Yes. I'm going to give you guys a homework as well before I move to the homework. June or I think Jia left. I believe Jia left. Okay. So June, do you have any question for me, ma'am?
I'm good. I'm not at that stage, so wait till yeah.
It's perfectly fine. I want you to join these sessions with me. You will learn a lot. Everybody who is joining, you guys are actually learning, and joining this live gives you the opportunity to ask a few questions with me. Now back to you, Ryan. So all the records are completely verified and the domain is verified, correct?
I'll show you what I see here.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, share your screen. There you go. Yep, that is all you need to do. The domain is added. Now, in here, this is the new feature that we have added. What it is telling you is how you're gonna warm up this newly added domain. When we add any new domain, it needs to be warmed up so that the email doesn't go to the spam box. Okay, so it's gonna tell you daily how many emails you can send, and out of that, how many emails are actually sent out. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So, and can I also receive at how do I receive email
Uh,
from a forum, for instance, or
yeah. So what happens is, if let's assume that you have sent an email to me using the
yeah,
sale process using this
yeah,
domain, and when I
uh-huh,
click on reply button, it will
yeah,
automatically send the reply to this domain, which you will receive in click on go back button.
this one?
No, sir, the go back
Yeah,
button
that
right
one?
here.
Oh,
Yeah,
that, sorry, yeah. Mm-hmm.
one. And you will receive all type of communication in the conversation. You will receive the reply to that email in the conversation right here. Under all, you will
Okay,
see my reply. My name will show
okay,
up in here, and my message will show up in here, and my contact detail will show up on this column on the right
okay.
side. Okay?
I thought I had set up an email.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I see that? Yeah, under settings, email, organization, email services. No, that's the one we just did. Okay. Email analytics, risk assessment, don't customers. No. I think we made a form.
Okay, and that
Let me
form is
see.
doing what?
Yeah, let me have a quick look. I think it was put in the funnel.
Uh-huh.
This one here.
So
Let
form
me
you created in here. So that will
see.
gather the email address for that particular person, and then you can send out the email to that person using some sort of automation.
Yeah, we got three
Trigger would be.
languages, English, French, and Dutch. So let's go into the English.
Mhm.
Mm, mm. Okay, this is the form.
Yep.
Can I see here where it's being sent to or how it's being
Uh,
processed?
so okay. So what happens is, when somebody fill out this form and clicks on the
Yeah,
submit button, what happens
yeah.
is you click on back button. It will create a contact of that person. Click proceed. It will create a contact of that person in your contacts
Mhm.
right here. And now, because that contact is created, you will see, then you can use that information to send out the communication to them. And for that, what you will do is go to the automations. You will create a workflow. I'm going to give you very simple example. Let's create a new workflow from scratch. Yep. And the trigger for you is going to be form submitted. Click on the trigger, and in here, type form in the search one, the top box, search triggers box, right here, form. And here you see the form submitted. You need to tell it in the filters, you need to tell it which form it is. And whenever somebody submits a form, uh, select the form is and tell it which form he's submitting. There you go. Let's assume this is the English one and click save in the bottom. Now, when somebody submits that English form, what do you want to do? You want to put him to a trigger, you want to add into a pipeline, create an opportunity, or maybe an
Yeah.
email or SMS or something. You can click
Yeah,
on this.
an email and maybe send them to another page, thank you page or something, or more information. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So in here, when you click on this plus icon that you see, these are your actions. Once that
hmm
action happens in the system, now you can
Yeah.
define from these actions what should system do. So in other
Okay.
words, if somebody submits a form from the sale process, what action will be the sale process taking? Maybe you are putting a tag, you are sending an email, SMS, something, you have all those options in here. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
there you go. So you can create more than one trigger and tell it, okay, send this email if they submit that language form. That email
Yeah.
would be in that particular language. If it is English, it is in English. Yada yada yada. You got the idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Thanks.
Wow. Thank you. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
work on this. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And
Mhm.
come back to these Tuesday and Wednesday sessions.
Yeah,
And
this session is great for me time-wise. I mean, I'm in Orlando, Florida, so
I
this
see.
is good time. The others are at 9 a.m. for me, which is not possible at the moment. So yeah, yeah.
I'm from PST time zone, so it is like 6 p.m. for
6 a.m.
me.
Oh,
6 p.m. for
6
me.
p.m. today. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we both are in Monday, but for most of our clients, like for Zubair, it is
Yeah.
Tuesday. So when I
Tuesday
say
already. Yeah.
Tuesday
Hmm.
already, when I say Tuesday, that means I'm talking to Zubair in particular, you know.
Yeah.
So uh,
Yeah. Thank
the
you.
homework for today's topic is gonna be use one of the trigger that we learned today. I would recommend using the appointment status trigger and show us how you are using that particular appointment status trigger. Take a screenshot of your trigger. Let me share my screen. That would be rather easier. Give me 1 second. And where is share? There we go. Share. And I want to share this screen. There we go. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is use this appointment status trigger with certain filters. Take a snapshot of your filters and put it in the sale process hashtag wins in our Facebook group, sale process. You guys are already part of that. That is your homework. Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about the same time. We're going to talk about the membership. And tomorrow, we would be talking about the analytics and the setting of the memberships. So I'm going to see you guys tomorrow as well. And let me see. We learned appointment status, trigger, show us how you use it, screenshot. Yep, that is right, John. Absolutely right, sir. So I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, and we're gonna learn about these analytics in the membership area for the product that we created last week, and how we can set up a custom domain rather than using the sale process domain. We're gonna use our own domain. So when people join our product, the courses, they would not see the sale process domain, they would see our website domain. That looks it more professional, and they think you being more professional. So that's what we're gonna learn tomorrow, how we can use the analytics, what type of information are we getting, and with that information, how we can send out a few emails to anyone who is at a particular stage of that product or your course, and how we can use the branding or setting up the custom domain. All that would be discussed tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a great day, and
Thank you so much, David.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
Take
Thank
care
you.
and
Okay.
have a great day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.